Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi, and today I will be playing your local idiot detective boy, Shiro Azumi. And with me today is my wonderful friend who I adore so very much.
What? Um, hey there, I am Morsky, also known as Morski-ish. I am here with my lovely lady detective Moria, and I point back at you, Avi. You're amazing, okay?
Ah,
Oh, but
ah.
yeah. I am here to throw my more together detective at the kid that, let's be real, she's kind of adopted. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine, definitely. Uh,
Yeah.
so on that note, how's Azumi doing right now?
Oh, that's a very good question. So anyway, alright. Gosh, speaking of Zumi, Moria, we're still in Yeddo trip. This is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
You have pretty much heard that Zumi is not, doing great. TM.
Yeah, to be fair, I imagine at this point, she has absolutely visited,
Yeah.
and, it's like with Neil, just would have been there, would have come to vibe, would have, brought over books and stuff, but, he would have had his space to recover, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Um, that does check out. Um, Azumi may not have been as, receptive to company, but he definitely, did not, push you away. Uh,
Oh,
but you have heard, probably more recently, that he has left the ellipsis, once or twice. So you've probably made a, decision to come check on him again.
yeah, pretty much. Look, man, gonna be real with you. She's been worried.
Yeah. I mean, she's absolutely right to be.
I'm like, how do I put into words Samoria's been through it as well, and she has witnessed some things, and Azumi's mental state isn't exactly best, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
I I think she is. I think she can guess that,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah. So you're probably um this is Seattle trip and the professor has not left not taken the ellipsis out of the hotel room that everybody's been staying at.
I remember that the ellipsis is in a hotel room and lose it just slightly. Oh, shout out to Oatmeal and the professor.
Ugh.
Oh, anyways, yeah.
The ellipsis has been going through it. God fucking bless her.
Yeah. She's doing amazing.
She's doing amazing. The professor has been trying his god dang hardest to keep up maintenance. Um,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, so it's still in the hotel room. Um,
Mhm.
so you're probably on your way through the hotel to, you know, check on Azumi, and why don't you roll me a quick perception?
Sure, I'd love to. Moria, your perception is a +8. Wow. Dice are being very kind today, I see. That's a 10.
Try the other bot. I'm looking away.
Okay, let's go. How do I do this? The other bot is dice parser, right?
Yes, so it's /R.
Yeah. Okay, for some reason I'm getting stuff like rate off, rate on remove, and all of that. Oh well.
Oh, it's probably like one of the other bots.
Yeah. Well, still, let's see if this works. Dang it.
Oh, let me... If you get the command for parser, just click on it.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's actually not showing up, which is weird.
Sucks. Alright, you know what? Let me just do this.
Man, the dice said no rights, I guess.
Alright, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do with this. Fuck it.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
Honestly, I think Moria at the moment is like low-key thinking / planning, like she doesn't really know in what state Azumi's gonna be for talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she's just thinking of like how she should go about it if he really doesn't want to talk. And she's probably pulled out her pipe and like she's inside, she's not gonna smoke, but she is fiddling with the thing.
That's fair. Then that probably makes sense because as you're walking down the hall, you hear further down the hall the sound of a door closing. Specifically, in the direction you were heading, aka the professor's room.
Huh. Not gonna lie, that has very much piqued Moria's curiosity, so sure, why not? She's walking over.
Okay. That checks out. We did it, guys!
Look, she's a detective, she's curious, okay?
That's fair! I am trying to keep things interesting. So, you are approaching the door to the room where the ellipsis is being kept. Sorry, my brain just went blah really quick. It just
No worries.
soft rebooted. I'm like, what? You come to the door. It is closed. Your passive perception is like what, an 18?
Yep, it's an 18.
Nice. That's a really good passive. That's a really good passive, I say, with the character who has expertise in perception and also observancy.
Yeah, your boy has like 27 or something, yeah?
He has... Let me double check. 16, 20... Yeah, like a 24.
Yeah, there you go.
No, 25, there you go.
There you
it's
go.
Close to 27, but like, he's a nasty little boy.
Rogues, man, they're great like that.
Yeah. He was built to be a detective. Anyway.
And he sure will detect.
Yes. Anyway, so with your passive 18, you do not see anybody at the room. You don't hear, like, talking inside. You don't hear anybody shuffling around in the room. But you do see, retreating further away from you is a certain familiar figure further down the hall.
Cool. Moria's gonna follow then. I think it's like there's this moment as she notices, she looks to the side and looks at that certain familiar figure. So she's going to walk that way, and if she gets close enough, she's gonna call out.
You're not trying to be, like, particularly stealthy or anything, so I
Nope.
think... Yeah. When you... Whoa, excuse me. When you...
No worries.
Sorry, that was, like, a really bad, oof. Bubble in my throat.
You good.
When you do get close enough to call out to him, you see Azumi stop and turn towards you, turns to look to you, and he's got one hand in his pocket, in his, like, jacket pocket. As he kind of just raises a brow at you, before he realizes that it's, just you, and he just kind of stops and waits for you to catch up.
Cool. Azumi gets a nod, and really Moria just comes over and is, hey. Have space for one more to join you?
And you see him pause before he just shrugs and says, I was just heading to the roof.
Okay.
And
pretty much Moria will just, like, wait to see, like, yeah, is he alright for her to come?
And he's not pushing her away. At least, like, you're free to join if you want.
Yeah.
He kind of just takes his hand out of his pocket, and you notice that he's not even, like, holding anything. He didn't take anything out. But he is going to lead the way up the, I forgot what it's called. Is it a fire escape? I don't think so.
My head is telling me the stairwell.
Yeah, the stairwell. There we go. That's the stairwell.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget words.
It's fine.
So he's gonna lead you to the stairwell and take you all the way up. Might be a bit of a climb, but
it's cool. Moria's got a plus 13 to athletics.
Yeah, and Azumi's not complaining either. Until you both get to the top, and he opens the door and holds it open for you so you can exit.
We will nod in thanks, and, well, yeah, she's out on the roof.
Yeah, and Azumi is just going to take a seat on, like, one of the I guess concrete bits. You know how a roof is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, or especially in, like, modern cities and stuff, just one of the side bits that's a bit higher up.
Yeah. So he's a sitting.
Okay, I think Moria on her end is... I imagine you have, like, the safety rails and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
I forget what the name is. I guess it would be safety rails, the, like, metal.
Yeah. I think
like,
that would be safety rails. I'm pretty sure it would be.
I guess so. I've never really had to speak about this thing before, and like,
I at least know what you're talking about.
yeah, like, admittedly, where I live as well, you do have those metal ones, of course, but it's a lot more common to actually have like stone bits and pieces
Oh.
to like make sure you don't fall off a cliff or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but like Moria isn't sitting, rather like she's going to be leaning against the metal. Possibly looks out a bit at at the surroundings.
Yeah. It's a nice day out here in Okushima, and you can just faintly hear the hustle and bustle on the streets below. You do hear a train whistle in the distance, and the rumble of tracks. It is lively, but up here it is far away enough that like you can at least like think.
It's like the liveliness isn't that far away, but it's far enough where like
You can breathe.
yeah, you can breathe. It's a little easier to think. No one ever thinks to look up, really.
Yeah.
Moria is also just kind of keeping an eye on Azumi, just like what his expression is like right now.
Alright.
Insight?
If you can beat this.
What kind? No. Well, I can still try anyways. Dang it. Dang it! Close.
So close.
So close. I am only missing 3 bits. Oh well.
So close. Off by 3. So Azumi is just sitting quietly. You did get a 26 though, so I'll throw you this.
Cool, thank you.
Excuse me. If I can figure out how to put it into words. Azumi is quiet. And his expression is very neutral. Like the kind of neutral that you can't really tell what he's thinking.
Yeah, I think at this point Moria's familiar with it.
Yeah.
Whatever he's thinking about right now, he doesn't want his expressions seen, so which okay. Moria is mostly giving me like fiddling with her smoke pipe some more.
Yeah.
And letting things be quiet a bit. I'm guessing Azumi, does Azumi say anything? I guess that's my first question.
He does not. In fact, he seems to be, pointedly looking away from you.
Okay. I was gonna say, can I roll insight on that, but we just did insight versus...
Yeah. I will say with the 26, you probably do see him, glance in your direction when you start fiddling with the pipe, but he immediately looks away again.
Huh. I think there is actually like a pause when she notices that and is pipe doesn't still recon smoke, does it?
Say that again?
Pipe doesn't still recon smoke, does it? She's essentially like asking, like the smell of smoking. It's still is it still on the pipe? Is it bothering you?
Azumi kind of like side glances in your direction before he's just. It's fine. Before he looks away again.
Azumi, I love you. Moria does not believe that at all.
Yeah, no. You know how you said that Moria's like been like probably been spending time with Azumi, just like books and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty much the same kind of treatment you've been getting when you visited him like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Azumi's going to hear Moria sigh, and also is going to hear her tuck her pipe back into her coat. How have things been holding up on your end, Azumi? Have the books been alright?
They've been fine.
That's good. But how's it been on your end?
And he kind of gives you a like this kind of sardonic look. Like, do you really want him to like genuinely answer that?
She is actually serious because, yeah, okay, give her a genuine answer. Maybe she can help. Or even then, just being able to speak about it.
He just sighs and says, what does he say? He says, fuck, what are the words?
It's okay.
Hang on.
Azumi's just having a moment, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's just he's not doing great, so that means you're getting sarcastic, Azumi.
That's fair. It's okay, Moria's stealth force.
Yeah, so he's kind of just he kind of just looks at you and he goes, "How do you think I've been doing?"
Pretty shittily, if I'll be honest.
And he kind of just rolls his eyes and like just
She she just raises an eyebrow like, am I wrong?
no. But at least you don't. God, what are the fucking words? He says, I appreciate the bluntness at least.
Well, I try my best.
Thrilling conversation.
I know. I'm like.
Yeah, he's
It's like the difficulty when you're both kind of quiet characters.
Yeah, and the issue with like Azumi specifically is that he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, real talk, the Moria is actually like kind of an introvert of a character, and right now she's actually thinking on how she wants to word this next thought of hers. Because her thought is like, yeah, like Azumi is doing pretty terribly. Like, does he want to speak on what's bothering him specifically? Can we do something about this?
No,
Because
he doesn't fucking want to talk.
yeah, exactly. But she's getting the distinct sense that he might have to talk. Oh, but it's like it's tricky,
Yeah.
because she also doesn't want to scare him off, essentially. I think she's gotten a good sense that he does not trust adults.
Yeah.
And I think Moria and Professor at least are on a thin line of being okay. She'd rather not break that.
Yeah. He does not trust adults, but Moria and Professor are on thin ice.
Hey. Let me think, Moria. How do you want to see this? Well, say this. I can word today.
If it helps, you have at least maybe heard that he's left once or twice.
Yeah.
Which arguably is better than just staying cooped up in the room he's been in.
Oh yeah, she's relieved about that.
You do not, however, know what he did during that time.
Like, I think there's another pause as these two are just kind of out on the rooftops dramatically. And she's going to comment then, just like, I did manage to hear from the others that you were out for a bit. Was it nice at least?
And he glances back in your direction. And there's this sharp intake of breath, like he's about to say something before he kind of just changes his mind and just says, "It was nice, yes."
Can Moria roll insight on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's arguably better.
That's a low roll, but we'll take it. And I say low roll, it's 21.
Yeah, on a dice that's a 9,
Yeah.
but we'll take it. Whew, excuse me. Azumi was going to say something before he had changed his mind, right? You did catch that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the impression it might have been something kind of plastic. Maybe.
But you do know that he wasn't lying about the fact that he did enjoy going out, at least for a little bit. So, like, that is true. But you get the underlying impression that, like, at least on one of his trips outside, something might have happened.
That's festive.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Like, she nods at Azumi. You definitely see her pause, like, Azumi, you would be able to catch that, like, there was definitely, like, her realization of there was definitely to it, because her passive deception is like a 9.
Yeah. He's not going to say anything if you don't, so...
Yeah, like, I don't think she is going to say any more, like, more on that, because he's, like, made it pretty obvious he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think after another pause, she goes, Azumi, is there something I can help with?
You're helping with the case.
Perhaps. But you aren't doing very well. I do understand if perhaps you'd rather talk to someone else. Or get help from somewhere else, but I don't like the way things are looking right now.
I'm trying to decide what he should do. Yeah, let's fucking go for it, I guess.
Oh boy. Love to hear that.
Okay, that's better.
Were you rolling wisdom?
Yeah.
Cool. So a 16.
Yeah, you kind of see him just sort of like tense a bit and just look away again.
Fair.
God, what was it exactly? What was your phrasing exactly?
It was, I get if you would rather speak to someone else or get help from someone else. But I don't like how things are looking right now. Just, like, something along those lines, cause like it's pretty obvious to read that like what she's saying is, "Hey, I'm really worried. How things are sitting right now isn't okay for you."
Oh, Azumi, you're such a fucking idiot. Um,
Oh boy,
yeah, so
whoa.
he kind of tenses and looks away from you, but you hear him say, um, well, if you don't like it, you could always leave.
Uh-huh. Except I won't, because what I don't like is the fact that you're sabotaging yourself so much. It's not exactly pleasant to see someone I like seeing around.
Why do you like me? And he just
Well,
kind of just like, after that outburst, you just see him just kind of like realize what he's just said.
it's fine. It's totally fine.
And he just
Uh,
kind of just like lean forward and just put his head in his hands.
oh, uh, if it helps, Moria doesn't like. Moria doesn't actually flinch when he yells at her. Uh, and she seems unmoved. Honestly, she doesn't seem super surprised. She just seems kind of tired and sad. She isn't like openly emoting that, but you have disgusting insight and she has horrible deception. You can read that off of her easy enough.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
And like, it's quiet for a moment before Moore is going to go sit down beside him and go, "Well, I find I rather enjoy your wits. I rather enjoy your sharpness and the fact that you catch on to things so quickly. And the fact that beneath it all, even if you don't think you're a good person, you still try to do what's right." It's nice having someone else who's willing to state what they see. Hey, I hear the dice rolling, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if this is a whiz check or a whiz save.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's just do it like that. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, he's not doing too hot, my dude. Um, he still hasn't like taken his head out of his hands. In fact, you kind of see him just kind of like, he's still not looking towards you. In fact, he turns his head away from you when you like sit next to him.
Oh man.
And he just kind of says, pretty quietly, he says, "Ooh, if I can control my volume,
No worries.
I don't know what's right anymore."
Well, that's okay. it's not bad to be uncertain, no. You can take your time to figure things out at your own pace. I wasn't too quiet, was I?
No, he's just kind of like sitting there quietly because he looks simultaneously he still hasn't looked in your direction, but you just get this feeling that he's like incredibly frustrated with something.
I think Moria's then going to wait, like, okay, if he's very frustrated, then she's going to wait for him to speak on what's frustrating him. Probably as she waits, like, Azumi may be able to notice, like, just if some birds are flying by, she's going to be staring at them.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what his words are.
Yeah.
You see him kind of like take a deep breath, and he's just. I've been nothing but uncertain since we got here. I don't. I don't know. He kind of just sighs and just goes back to being quiet again because he's just that kind of frustrated. Like he's so frustrated because there's something specific, but like the fact that he can't like put it into words is just making him even more frustrated.
No, that is so fair. Like, Moria is seeing this and is just like, Moria's wondering if she should like pull out some paper or something would be easier to write it down.
And he kind of huffs and sighs, and he's just. I'd be just as likely to set the paper on fire.
Fair enough. She's gonna hand him the paper anyways then. If he does set it on fire, okay, good. Like, get a bit of frustration out that way.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Fuck it. You see him. He takes the paper. He finally like turns at least a little bit in your direction to take the paper. And with his other hand, he takes. He reaches into his coat pocket, and you see him pull out a lighter. And there's a bit of like fiddling as he tries to like get it to work, get that spark. Until he finally gets it, and he just brings the flame to the corner of the paper, and it catches fire quickly enough.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna have the hand that's holding the paper as far away from the flames as possible, as it just starts to eat away at the page.
Yeah.
And you see, as it gets closer to his fingertips, he does take a little bit longer than would be comfortable to let go.
Oh boy.
But he does eventually let go. He's not hurt or anything.
It's just uncomfortable how close he let it get.
Yeah.
Moria's just kind of noting that down. Admittedly, the Moria in my head is just kind of considering pulling the other adults, and they're fond of Azumi, and going, hey, we need an intervention for this kid. It's what she's trying to do right now, but oh my goodness.
At least he's getting the frustrations out on the paper. Not the way that you were hoping, but at least it's not
No one got hurt aside from the paper, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Moria gave it to him with the intention he does something with it.
Yeah.
Moria doesn't comment. Yeah, Moria doesn't comment as the paper burns. You might note Azumi that she was just keeping an eye to make sure he does don't hurt yourself with the fire.
Yeah. It's probably. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Oh boy.
Yeah. As he kind of lets go of the paper, and you see the rest of the small bit of paper that was left just get engulfed in flames, and as it goes out, the dumpster trucks are out. So if you hear clattering, that is why.
Fair.
It's as the as he watches the last bit just go up in smokes, so to speak. You kind of just hear him kind of shuffle a little in his seat as he kind of just crosses his arms against his front, and he's just what's he say? He says, well, it's not anything as extravagant as flash paper, but I think I feel a little bit better.
Well, that's good. Haven't actually heard of flash paper myself before.
Oh, it's used in stage performances. It's you set it on fire and it sparks, so to speak. I actually have to look this up just to make sure I'm getting it right.
Fair.
Uh, come on, Google.
I can see on
Okay.
Moria's end she's like listening intently.
Okay, there we go. I found it. Okay.
Oh,
And you see him kind of like put up his hands to like gesture at the size at like a specific size, and he says it's a very usually it's typically it's small and it's very thin, and the trick is that it's actually been treated with an acid so that it will flash when it's ignited. That's why it's called flash paper.
I see. That's interesting. I'm sure a bunch of it exists. The metropolis. I at least didn't get to interact with those sorts of things much.
Mm. There's another pause. And Azumi looks as thoughtful as he can be when he's in this state, TM. Um, before he's just. Do you miss it?
Sometimes. I admit that it's probably far better I'm an Inkwell, though. And please roll me an insight.
Here we go. Disgusting rolls the FPS.
Yeah, 24. Um, so, like, she's very much being truthful. And that, yeah, sometimes she does miss it, and, like, you'd be able to catch on that it's, even if the place was where you were at is messed up, you can miss the familiarity.
Yeah.
But also, she gets that it's far better she's in Einquell, because, the years she has been living in Metropolis have definitely taken their toll,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Azumi's probably noted by now as well, like, even if she carries herself pretty great, and she's doing a pretty good job of staying on top of things, she's almost 50. And you can definitely tell there's some old wounds.
Yeah, you see him take that answer in, and he does kind of like gives you another side glance. Um, as he just kind of nods and yeah, actually I think God, you've got a 12 in insight. That means your
Yeah.
passive insight is a 22.
Yep.
Which is great. Um he doesn't say it out loud, but you get the distinct impression that at least on some small level, Azumi might relate to that.
Oh, that's cool. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh man. Moria is thinking on that and just once more thinking on the fact that, like, he asked why on earth she likes him. Just, man.
Haha, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I got an idea for a question, but it might, like, not be the best question to ask.
You can DM it to me and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, sure, one moment. Oh, my cat is meowing at me. Hi, Wolfie.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Mossy is falling asleep.
oh, Wolfie is asking me to go out, I'm pretty sure.
Aww.
If it's alright, please just give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Hello, listening audience. I'm pretty sure the microphone caught even more of the dumpster trucks outside. They love to be noisy, and also our building, our new apartment building, is really close to the dumpsters, which is nice. Because we don't have to go far to throw things away.
Well, sorry, hope that didn't take too long.
No, that did not take long at all. I'm just
Okay.
rambling because our newer apartment are like pretty close to the to whatchamacallit, to the to one of like the dumpsters. Which is nice
Okay.
because we don't have to walk far to like throw our trash away. But it's not so nice in the morning when the dumpster trucks come.
Oh yeah, that is so very fair. I know over here how it goes is like, those green trash boxes.
Yeah.
Like on the mornings when the rubbish comes, like you make sure it's set up.
Yeah.
So generally you can tell then when the rubbish truck has come because you hear like the beeping and the noise from up the street.
Yeah. Which again is fair. It's just that I live in an apartment complex. That's a pretty small complex. So like, generally speaking, you don't have to go very far to get to a dumpster, but
Yeah.
literally, I just walk down the staircase and turn right, and there's the dumpsters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, where were we?
I am currently DMing you a question because I'm worried about Azumi's reaction.
Alright.
I'm just trying to think of how to word this.
Okay. Take your time.
Sent. It's roughly along those lines and like just she's looking at his reaction and how it seems like he's trying to avoid people and how, well, what he said earlier, well, you can always leave, as if he is trying to push her away. And I assume she's going to make a guess and say this is not the only person.
Yeah.
She's not the only person he is doing this to, so do I. Yeah, how badly do you think? I,
It might jump the angst rating. I'm trying to gauge what his response would be.
mm-hmm. Because I know personally I'm fine with the angst rating. It's more just the worry of I won't push Izumi too far down into having a crisis, will it?
It won't. At the very least, she will get an answer. I'm just trying to gauge like how much he actually would say.
Ah, fair.
Because
And also,
like the two things he's giving me are not saying anything at all or answering with the bare minimum.
ah,
So I leave it up to you.
okay, okay. Moria's in like this dichotomy right now of she thinks she should ask this because no one else looks like seems to be asking right now. And she thinks actually this should be asked because with the rate Azumi is driving himself into the ground, it's just not good.
Yeah.
On the other end, she's just a little bit, well, I say just a little, she's a bit scared of pushing him too far, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Peckett, I can't think of anything else Moria might say right now. Uh, Probably a bit more time passes then. And Izumi, you see Moria have a contemplative look before she goes. Azumi,
Hmm. Did I lose you?
oh. No, no, I'm just like, my brain immediately dropped the words.
Oh.
Just like, she needs to say this to his face. This FPS really is just shaking our detectives and asking them to say something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience.
No, this really is just this FPS really is just a vibe of like you know you're not doing great and your parent wants to make sure you're doing all right.
It literally is that, because I am looking at this and Moria is literally on the I want to do something to make this better, but like Azumi needs to want that and he doesn't want that and she's just stuck being worried. Moria did this to herself by like adopting this guy, even if they're both oblivious to it. Because they're both like that, the morons. I love them, but even now she's like just barely admitting that she's an auntie to Camille and Leo. And I'm not even sure she's saying that out loud. I'm shaking her.
It's fine, don't worry.
I love our characters, but also sometimes I want to throttle them. It's fine, it's cool, it's great. Okay, Moria, contemplates and then asks, but just... Azumi, do you think you don't deserve to be around other people? She is looking at him, and she asked that as a question. But really, the question is, why do you feel you don't deserve others with you?
Oof.
Because you can tell she doesn't agree with that.
And there is a pause. Before he, just kind of shakes his head and he's just, well, if I answered that, you would tell the others.
Well, yes, I would. I'd likely speak to the professor at the very least.
Of course you would. He sounds a little bit annoyed.
And she's going to shrug and give a bit of a grin and, well, it helps not being the only person aboard this group. just like, I'm only human,
God, I put my head in hands.
Maybe she shouldn't have said this, but inability to coming in great right now.
Yeah.
Even if she said no, Azumi would be able to tell that's bullshit. So she just didn't bother yeah, I'd probably talk to the professor. On the bright side, at least Azumi knows Moria is telling the truth, question mark?
Yeah.
I hope that at least is helping a smidge.
Yeah, it does. I think what he ends up saying, and this is not going to be comforting in the slightest, Azumi is just gonna Azumi is just, if you're looking for a reason not to be worried, I don't think I can give that to you.
Okay. But thank you for being truthful, at least.
And he just kind of nods.
I think I get the sense that there would be some more silence.
Yeah.
But in this current silence, like, Azumi will be able to see Moria pull out another piece of paper, and this one she folds. It ends up being a paper crane.
Yeah, he's just kind of watching as she folds it.
Man, what Moria is giving me right now is just like... Literally, she wants to help Azumi. Azumi doesn't want help and to get better, so she's just stuck being worried.
Yeah.
But she's not too sure what to do.
Yeah, I think there is like that silence as he's watching you fold the paper crane for a moment. And so you kind of straighten up a little bit. Oh, my back.
No worries.
But eventually he just kind of lets out a sigh and runs another hand through his hair again. Before he's just... I think I'm trying to see if how he phrases it and like what tone he uses, but he's just do what you will, I suppose.
I will. And Azumi, you can tell, yeah, you won't be getting rid of her.
Yeah.
She's made her, like, you can tell she's made her decision, and it's to stay.
And how concerning do I want to make this FPS?
Okay, do it.
Okay, yeah. With your fucking passive insight, 22. You do hear. You do notice that it is less that he doesn't want to stop you, and more like he's realizing that there is no point in trying to stop you. So this is essentially him, in a way, giving up. You can...
Man.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. He's not going to do anything about it.
Oh. Let's add another point to the worried counter. I shake these dorks. Oh my goodness. I think though, like, yeah, Moria sees that and ooh, doesn't feel good.
Nope.
But I think that paper crane is folded by now. So she actually places and balances it on Azumi's knee.
Yeah, he just kind of looks down at it before he just kind of picks it up. And he kind of looks between it and Moria before he just kind of sighs. And there is something of a smile on his face, but man, if it's weak, ugh.
Oh. Oh, at least it's an expression, though.
Yeah. Like a half smile. Very, very small. He's chill.
Okay. I think... Does it seem like a good place to end it? Moria is probably going to fold a couple more cranes and give them to Azumi. These two can vibe on the rooftops a little more.
Yeah, that's a great place to end off.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for FPS with
thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing with me.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you.
It was fun. It was the fun kind of awkward.
Exactly. The kind of fun where we're both yelling at her characters. It's cool. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah. Jeez. Alright.
But hey, yeah. And to everyone who will listen in the future, thanks. You're awesome.
Yes, thank you for listening. For now, we are going to bid you a good time zone.
Bye-bye.